Wait, is my wig coming down? I ain't glue it down.
Today, Marlo is here to break down the broken friendships in Atlanta. Deckhand Tanner stops by to tell us what's been happening below deck.
I went down on Simone last night.
Okay.
And Mr. Chocolate himself, Jacques Torres, gets us into the holiday spirit.
I have a lot to say about that.
This is your reality check.
I didn't know it was that serious.
Happy Monday, y'all. Welcome to the show. I'm Darren Karp, and with me today is People.com reality expert, the very dashing Dave Quinn.
Hello.
How are you, Dave?
I'm great.
We're in black today.
I know, we look so dark.
We're very serious because we're
Yes.
going to get into our top 5. It's a new week and it's a new news cycle. Let's get to it. At number 5. Does Kendall Jenner have baby fever? Over the weekend, the 24-year-old supermodel shared a bunch of photos to Instagram showing her bonding with Kim's son, Solomon Saint. The reality star captioned the photos, "Everyone in favor of Faye and I starting a family, say aye." I don't think she knew what she was getting herself into because Kylie, Kris, Kim, and friend of the family, Hailey Baldwin, all left comments in favor of the star joining the mommy club. Kendall has poked fun at herself in the past for being the only one out of her sisters without a baby, but in March of last year, she made it clear that she was drawing the line at being an aunt for the time being. How long do you think this auntie thing is going to last?
I think a little while. Look, there are a lot of Kardashian kids going around that
Yes.
house. They can take a step back right now.
It's a small
She doesn't
country.
need to, I know, she doesn't need to jump in. The world is overpopulated as it is. She can slow back.
And she's young. She's got some time.
Yeah, she's got some time.
She's got some time. At number 4, Lyndsey Lohan is mourning the loss of one of her former boyfriends. On Saturday, Harry Morton, the founder of the Pink Taco restaurant chain, died at 38 years old. A spokesperson with the Beverly Hills Police Department told people he was found dead in his Beverly Hills home, and a source said Harry's younger brother, Matthew, was the one to find the restaurateur unresponsive. Shocking news, 38, beyond way too young. You know, how do you feel about it?
These sorts of things are always really tough when you deal with something like that, and obviously he was a huge talent. I feel so sad for his loss, and and for Lyndsey's loss.
Yeah, I'm hoping no foul play. We don't know enough yet, but 38 is just, it's a tragedy.
And it must be tough when there's somebody that you used to date,
Oh, yeah.
going through something like that.
And it's plastered everywhere.
Yeah.
It's hard. Hopefully more will unfold.
Thoughts and prayers with them for sure.
At number 3, Kim Kardashian West can sympathize with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle amid the couple's intense media scrutiny. In an interview with the Australian outlet The Sunday Project, the reality star was asked whether she felt for the pair. Kim responded, "I think their journey is extremely personal with what his mother experienced and how her life was so affected by the paparazzi. I don't think anyone can really understand what that's like except for them. I can definitely empathize with their need for having a secure, safe place." I mean, of course, when you're this level of fame, it feels like everything. But then add Princess Diana on top of it.
Yeah,
I do feel
course.
for them.
For sure. And you know what? It's nice to see here the British royals and the American royals,
Yeah.
right? Kind of connecting with one another.
They are our American royals.
Yeah, they are. And they've gone through very similar things in the sense of like having that intense media scrutiny on them all the time.
How do you feel, though, about someone kind of saying, well, you kind of asked for this, when you entered the royal family?
Of course, I mean, I understand that, but nobody really asks to be hounded 24/7. I mean, we have to respect one another for their and one another's privacy.
I
in these
hope.
sorts of situations.
I hope that gets better for them because
I
it
do
seems
too.
very intense right
And
now.
it's interesting, Meghan is really pushing Harry more into what I would say an American way of thinking, of like standing up for yourself in these situations.
That's a good
We're
point.
so often seeing the British being kind of that stiff upper lip of kind of going around things.
Yeah, a
which is
little
really
American
Yeah.
is an
I
infiltrating.
want them to come move to LA. I think they would be great.
Okay, maybe they'll be on the next season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Perfect.
There we go. At number 2, in more Kim news, as the Keeping Up with the Kardashians star enters a new phase of her life as a criminal justice advocate, the mom of 4 and aspiring lawyer admits she's ready to start cutting back on her sexy swimsuit shoots. In an interview with New York Mag, the reality star admits, "I just don't care as much anymore to want to take tons of photos in a thong bikini. I think I'm evolving to where I don't feel the need to want to keep up." I mean, I enjoy her quip about keeping up. What do you think about this, considering she, had a whole book on her own
Right.
selfies.
So I think we'll go from like 10 to 8. Like, I still think we're going to get a lot, but I think it's just going to be a little bit less.
It's crunched down a tiny bit.
Right, but I doubt that this is the end of an era here. We're still going to see lots
Yeah.
of Kim in those sorts of poses. That's what I think she feels natural and happy in.
Do you think that's her like starting to really take this criminal justice advocacy like serious,
Well,
and
for
she wants to
sure.
full throttle into
And
it?
she's done a great job. Listen, you have an amazing platform.
Right.
Might as well do it for good. But I mean, she's selling makeup, she's selling beauty. All of that is still going to be all in.
Yeah, she's fine. We'll still get Kim selfies.
Yeah, we're not going to lose that.
Definitely not. And at number 1, the collective internet became weak in the knees over the weekend as steamy Jason Derulo photo was trending. Not hard to miss was his print, for a lack of a better word, which led some fans to question what animal he was hiding under there, to which he replied, an anaconda. The former So You Think You Can Dance judge spoke with TMZ about being surprised that his post took on a life of its own, saying, I honestly didn't feel like it was going to be my most liked picture when I woke up this morning. The singer also made sure to denounce any use of Photoshop in his viral post. I mean,
Woo!
it's hot in here a little bit, huh?
It's a little hot in here.
I've
my
never seen you
goodness.
so jazzed about a top 5, Dave.
I mean, we are ending it on a good note.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Number 1 for the ages.
Yes,
Let's
I have
say
a whole
that.
new respect for him and
Yes.
his anaconda.
I know. I mean, good for Jason Derulo.
Listen,
Okay.
yep, okay.
Hat tip to you, Jordan Sparks, for dealing with that for so long.
Yeah,
Good
new
for
respect
you.
for her, right?
Woo.
It is hot in here. We got to go to break. When we come back, we'll be heading to Hotlanta and talking Real Housewives with the one and only Marlo Hampton. Don't go anywhere.
Bye, girl. Bye, because you live in a fraud life and you're broke. She is not broke. She just got 2 or 3 jobs since she met us. She just got that. She didn't have it when I was talking about it.
Uh-oh, I've got 2 to 3 jobs. Welcome back to the show. We're now joined with the beautiful, incomparable, and our warrior of shade in white, Marlo Hampton. How are you, Marlo?
Hello.
Hi, I'm in New York.
You
So
are.
happy to have you here.
We're nervous. I'm nervous.
Since Pride.
I know. It was the best time ever.
I got to ask you actually about that last clip. What is it with you and Eva? You are riding her hard this season.
She's riding me hard this season. You know what, Eva and I, we started off okay, then we got on the bumpy trail because I'm big on honesty, and you guys know that.
Right.
I can't say it correctly or nice, but I say the truth at the end of the day. You guys know I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And I just feel I've been with this group of girls for like, what, 8 years? Eva just comes on the scene, you're not being honest with the group of girls, and that's bothering me.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, whatever you do, just be honest with us. Be honest or don't be around. So I just feel like when we got into it and she said I was gay bashing. And I'm like, no, it's just that you know you've dipped in the lady pond before. Be honest. Who cares? Don't be ashamed of it if you say you've done it. Just
Right.
own who you are.
You just want full transparency.
Exactly. And I don't want you with this group of girls getting close, pretending to be someone else, and then you're not.
Well, you really came down on her hard last season about where she was living in that whole living situation. And it turned out what she was saying was that she was trying to keep secret because of this apparent domestic violence situation that she has going on with one of her exes. Did you feel bad about that once the truth came out about what she was going through?
No, because did you watch the show on Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, why are you house shopping if your baby's father is after you on national TV?
I hear you, yeah.
So when I saw that, I'm like, this girl, nothing ever adds up. Why are you house shopping for homes on national TV if your baby dad is really stalking you this crazy?
I hear it.
Well, I actually want to jump into last night's episode where we saw Nene and Cynthia actually see each other for the first time this season, and it turned out better than I think some would have expected. Do you think she would have spoken to her if you didn't give her that pep talk earlier?
You know what? I think she would have spoken to her, but I think it would have just been really a lot shorter or more hi and bye. It really was kind of short, but Noelle helped it out a little bit, I think, too, because you saw she stayed and talked to Noelle a little longer.
And she was the buffer. I feel like she wasn't going to be. There was no like fighting going to happen in front of Noelle.
Exactly.
No one wants
I'm
that.
trying to be the buffer also with them.
Oh,
They're
you're
like-
the best buffer. Look at you
I'm
being
trying. I
peacemaker,
know,
like
right,
Marlo
Marlo?
Hampton. All right, I
I need
like
to send
that.
them an invoice for therapy myself. Trying to get these girls together.
That's hilarious.
I know, it is a lot of work. And later on, we saw that you tried to be peacemaker as you sat down with both Cynthia and then Nene to see if that if she would be open to mending their relationship. Let's take a look at that.
Okay.
The friendship, it should be here. It should have been here, not social media.
She been on every single show and radio saying I was a toxic friend. Just like there is a nay-nay, there's a 52 cent. If you mad at me, be mad at me. But don't try to go out and get everybody else to get on the mad train.
Ooh. So who do you think is in the wrong here?
Both. I really think both. And I was shocked, I have to say, because you guys know usually Cynthia never would go to blogs.
Yeah.
Like I told Cynthia, I said, Cynthia, I just see you being too classy for that. I could see me being there or Nene when we're mad. But Cynthia, I was like, wow, you went to like 5 or 6 blogs. Cynthia, you're better than that. This is your friend of 8 years, not 8 days. It should have been, hey, you know, I'm really upset with you right now. We need to sit down and have a talk. I'm hurt, this is how I feel, and we need a break, but not to the blogs. And like I told Nene, she's like, well, she went 8 times or 7 times. It doesn't matter, you still went, and someone had to be the bigger person.
Right.
It's so nice to see this attitude. This is like a Munty attitude
I
on
know,
you.
I like it.
Mike or William.
Yeah, you really are.
My nephews.
I mean, do you agree with what Nene says about there being a 52-cent side that we haven't really seen of Cynthia yet?
Absolutely. Cynthia does have a different side.
And it's nasty.
I'm not going to say it's nasty, but we usually only see the sweet, innocent, quiet Cynthia. So when maybe she's upset and when she snaps, it's like, wow. Like, you don't expect it. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, everyone has that button you push. So you'll see, though. Just watch the show. But
Have you ever brought out that side in Cynthia, you personally?
of course.
It is Marlo, yes.
Of course. You know, I'm a work in progress. The boys haven't changed me completely.
Yeah. Now, in Nene's confessional, we got to see the emotional side of her that we don't typically see with Lynethia, especially when it comes to friendships. Let's take a look at that.
To go around trying to make people think that I was not a good friend, it was just a hurtful thing to me. I loved her like a true sister. You know, the last thing I want to do is get upset.
Heartbreaking to watch, yeah. Now, you, of course, know firsthand what it's like to be in a fight with Nene. You've gone through that before.
Oh, yes.
It's obvious that Nene misses her friend, but it doesn't really look like Cynthia is willing to take the high road this time. Do you think these two will ever find their way back to one another?
You know what? I absolutely think they will.
They have to.
I mean, they have to. They've been friends 8 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've separated with Nene and we got back together. So, you know, we're going to let our marriage work. So I think they definitely get back together.
What was the
Just
key to
time.
what was the key to your reconciliation?
Good point.
You know what? We bumped into each other at the mall, and I got out the car, and I was like, yeah, yeah. And we're like yelling at each other. Then we started crying and hugging each other, and we're back together again.
That's what it takes.
Sometimes it's just that break, you know, and the anger, and then you're like, what are we doing?
And you know what else? Sometimes it's just you and I.
Right.
It's not our other friend, and we have to worry about what Ken is over here seeing the popcorn factory.
Yeah.
We need just us. We need to look at each other and say, girl, be for real. You know me.
Right.
I screwed up. I'm sorry. You know I love you. I mean, these two literally talk every day, go shopping together. Like, I would be jealous sometime. So that's why I'm like, Cynthia and Nene, get over it and get back together.
It's nice to see. You know, speaking of Cynthia, she was here a few weeks ago, and she was absolutely incredible. But before she left, she actually left you a message.
Oh,
See
my
that?
God.
Hey girl, Cynthia here, and just between us, if you could snatch a peach of your own, whose would you take? Be honest now. I know Andy might be watching. Better not be mine.
Better not be hers.
Don't take hers.
Yeah, whose peach you
Well,
snatching?
that would be EVA, the diva.
You take that Eva Diva peach.
I would take that Eva Diva peach. I would snatch it right away.
Would you want to have a peach?
You know what? It's not that I would want to have a peach. I would want it for you all. I just feel that the Hamptons should be able to see more of Marlo, who Marlo is, besides just 15, 20 minutes of me coming on the scene, stirring stuff up, being messy. There's so much more to me being an auntie every day, being a girl from foster care, being a girl without mom or dad. It's just a lot to my story. It's a lot of layers.
I would like to hear more of it, surely, because you've given the show such iconic moments. I'm thinking a lot being here with you right now about that charade fight where you were like,
What were we saying?
It doesn't matter. That was the point.
What was that? When I look at them, I'm like, oh my God.
But there is this whole side to you, and this season we get to see it with you being a Munty. Tell me a little bit about how that's going now.
Yeah.
This season, I'm really excited because you're going to see a softer side of me, and you definitely get to see my nephews and just get in my life a little more. So I feel really good about this season. I feel that everyone's going to love just coming in and really seeing what you deserve to see besides just the clothes and, me calling you out and calling you out. At the end of the day, I want people to really know Marlo and know my heart. And then once you know everything, it all makes sense, all the extraness.
Yeah, of course.
Honestly, it's been a relief to see you like that. Just as a peacekeeper and sort of this parental figure, it's like, it's so sweet, so inspiring. You do a really good job of it. And
Are you
it's nice
still
to see
looking
all the
after
conflict.
those boys?
They are. They've been with me for 8 months now. They just literally text me like, Auntie, are you coming back home tonight? I'm like, maybe, okay?
Have you transformed their style or their fashion?
I have Michael. He's so into fashion. He's in my closet like, Auntie, I think I need Yeezys. I'm like, boy, get out my closet. You're not wearing no Yeezys.
Yeah,
I get you some Pumas or some Converse. You're not wearing no Yeezys right now.
I love
No
it.
Yeezys right now. Well, listen, we have to take a quick break, but more with Marlo after the break. Stay tuned.
Marlo shows up in the middle of the day in a sequence jumpsuit. Like, this ain't Studio 54, bitch. This is the boathouse.
Welcome back to the show. We're still here with Marlo Hampton from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You are not in sequins, but you you white in white today.
gorgeous.
Well, thank you, the angel in white.
Did you take a pedicab over here?
No, I did not.
Well, Marlo, it's a reality check tradition that on your first visit to our couch, we have to put you in the hot seat with a game we like to call Cast on Blast.
Oh, my God.
You'll be easy at this.
You're gonna be a peach at this, so here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna name some of your castmates, and I want you to tell me something sweet and something shady about them. Give us all the tea, do not hold back. I have a feeling you're gonna be ready to do this.
You're gonna be great.
Let's start off with a fellow friend of the show, Tanya.
Sweet. She's always jolly and with a smile.
Give me something shady.
Shady? Oh, my God. What can I say? Tanya's really not that shady.
Oh.
Wow.
She's really not. Tanya just will get on you and bite you if you talk about Paul. That's about it.
Okay.
Like, you better leave Paul alone.
No, nothing shady about her fashion, right? Because you guys sometimes go head to head as label queens.
No, you know what? Tanya and I have a lot of items alike, but we just style them different. She's
Right.
more conservative, Liberian chic, and I'm just more, fabulous.
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 Okay, what about Princess Portia?
Princess Portia. Okay, shady with Portia. No, okay, sweet with Portia. She's really a genuine Southern girl that just loves friends and usually fall for the wrong friends. Eva. But shady, I would say Portia can be shady. If you really tick her off, she can kind of like get you together. She'll call you right out on your mess.
Oh.
Like if she catch you in a lie, she'll call you out.
Oh, wow.
I like that about her, though.
Yeah,
Well, I love it too.
Bring it to the
blunt.
forefront.
What about Candy?
Candy. Candy is, she kind of wants everyone to get along. Candy does want everyone to get along, as a matter of fact. She doesn't want the drama. But the shady side, she wants the drama. But she delivers the message so sweet. So my Candy be like, well, you ain't say that, Marlo. No, wait, Marlo, what you said? So Candy, I love my Candy.
Is she the highest paid housewife?
Now, you know what? I don't get into anybody's coins. I'd be too worried about mine. she ain't one for any coins, it look like.
That's
She's getting
the
paid
rumors.
well.
And
Yeah.
she's a new mom now. The
And she's a
baby
new
was
mom.
here over the weekend, so it's so exciting. Okay, what about Cynthia?
Cynthia. Cynthia looks super duper sweet. She's a sweetie when she wants to be also, but the shady side is, with me, it's just Cynthia is two musical chairs with the girls. Like, I mean, she's always in something between these girls with friendships. With me, I'm just like, I love my Bailey, it is what it is. I'm just at a point where I love all of you guys. I'm not getting into that mess anymore.
I hear it.
It's been 8 years, and I'm gonna love each and every one of you. If you two wanna sit over there and argue, that's you. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna say, you're wrong, you're right, and keep it moving.
Let her have her Bailey brawl.
Exactly.
Right.
You can focus on the positives.
You sort of see them for who they are and accept them no matter what. kind of
Exactly.
You're
she's
calm
just so
about it.
torn. I mean, she's all like, she'll tell you, I'm always in the middle of something with a friend.
Right, always.
So,
What about Kenya?
can,
Oh,
Oh,
oh my God, I got a bitter taste in my mouth.
you want to start with something sweet or just tell us all shady if you want?
Everything is shady about Kenya. Nothing sweet about Kenya except her baby. Brooklyn is so sweet.
She's cute.
Oh my gosh, she's so freaking cute. Brooklyn is cute and
Okay.
so sweet.
Elaborate a little bit on the shade. Give me, what do mean?
Kenya is shady. If she looks at you, she's shady. If she walks by you, she's shady. If she's shady, shady, shady. Just watch the show.
Did you ever have a friendship with her, or was it always?
I did when she wanted me not to be friends with Nene and befriend me and pretend to be my super duper close friend. But she just used me for my fashion and for styling her for the water care line that she has. So that
Do you think that Kenya's a little jealous of Nene?
Absolutely.
Oh.
I think she wants her position.
Really?
As what?
It's just being like, you know, one of the OGs.
Yeah.
She wants to be an OG.
I get it. Well, let's talk about the OG. Let's talk about Nene.
Yeah, I know you got a lot to say.
She's freaking amazing. No, my sis is super sweet. Nene really is sweet. She reminds me a lot like myself because we come off so tough.
Right.
But we're both really crybabies and really sensitive. But it's like I think our upbringing makes us feel we have to protect ourselves and you can't break me or hurt me, which sometimes that's not good, like how you just saw her cry earlier. And I'm like, you need to cry a little more. You need to tell people, hey, you hurt my feelings, Cynthia. Let her know that. So.
Otherwise it builds up and it explodes.
Exactly.
What about something shady about Nene?
Shady about Nene, she'll get you too. If you piss her off, she'll pretend like she doesn't know and she'll call your butt right out too.
Yeah.
These girls really are the ones, it ain't even that they're shady, they're just call your butt out. Right.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, when they need to call you out, you're like, oh, okay.
They do their job.
Have you been in Nene's closet?
Absolutely.
And is it like...
It's everything. It's like a baby Neiman Marcus.
I can't wait to see it. I hope
Yeah,
one
we're
day
gonna
she'll
see
show
it?
it to us.
She's showing pictures
No,
of her
last
closet.
season it was not okay to go see the
Last season was
closet.
bad. You
Yeah.
couldn't see it last season.
I need to see it
We
this
need an
season.
update.
Marlo,
I'm gonna make
send
sure
me a
you see it.
DM.
Okay, I'm gonna DM you. Make
Like-
sure you tweet me. I'm gonna send you.
I'll do it, because I need to see this.
We need
Neiman
to see
Marcus.
It's fabulous. You're gonna faint.
Yeah.
And with Nene, 9 times out of 10, it was just because it was junky or something was out of place.
Right.
Right.
Which still was a closet to show off. It's beautiful, her closet.
Whose closet is better, you or hers?
You know what? Hers is newer and larger. So, but they're both fabulous.
Okay, all right.
All right. Well, before we go, the last person we want to look at, let's have a clip of that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Marlo, you need to be up here with me. How that dog is.
I came to Pride to enjoy the love, not the Marlo.
Ooh, so how did you feel about Eva calling you Nene's lapdog?
I didn't like that at all. I feel that with Eva, she kind of goes too below the belt, like the old Marlo, like 5 years ago, 5, 6 years ago.
Pre-Monty.
Exactly.
Yes.
Pre-Monty.
Pre-Monty.
And Eva, like recently, I just heard she said something about she can't say anything about, she can't tell you anything about being a mom. She's never been pregnant. To me, I just feel some things are just like, come on, stop it. You're going too below the belt.
A little too dirty.
Yeah, too dirty. And I just feel that we're above that. You know, we should.
So that's the something shady. What about something sweet?
Sweet. What's sweet about you?
We could be here forever now.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Sweet?
listen.
I don't know. Wait, she's sweet on pretending that she doesn't remember anything.
All right.
She's sweet on that.
Interesting. Well, that was all I needed to say.
This is the best day ever.
This is the best day ever, Marlo. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thanks for having me.
You gave us all the tea, which was very great. Be sure to catch Real Housewives of Atlanta Sunday nights at 8, 7 Central on Bravo. Up next, we're taking you below deck with Tanner Sterbeck. Don't go anywhere.
Do you want to start this side?
That's cool. Yeah, whatever side you want. I'm ready to go this morning. I feel like a new person. Sleep's exactly what I needed. Thailand steroids are starting to kick in. I'm excited to get out and get back to it.
Welcome back in black. We're here with Below Deck deckhand Tanner Sterbeck. Hey, how are you, Tanner?
I'm good, guys. Thank you so much for having me on.
We're so glad to have you
I
here.
know, your blue eyes are coming out in the black. Love it. You're the good vibes only king, of course. How did you adopt that motto?
You know, being the youngest of 4, I was basically hanging out with my brother and his older siblings. We were always surfing and hanging out, and honestly, I just avoided all drama. It was all GVO and doing the van life and everything. Just want to surf and chill. I avoid all drama at all costs.
It makes sense that you would join a reality show then to, avoid the drama.
To avoid the drama. Makes
just
perfect sense.
Well, we got to put it to the test. How much good vibes can I handle?
Was it easy to kind of stay away from all the drama and keep the GVO going when you were on the ship?
Pretty much. I mean, I'm a huge fan of drama if I'm not a part of it.
Oh,
I always
right.
wish I had a bag of popcorn or something, but I'll watch it all day. Because I'm sitting there in the sidelines just smiling and laughing.
Right.
I love that. Well, you've lived a pretty interesting hippie kind of life. You've been a surfer. You don't mind the van life thing. You've been a lifeguard. Am I missing anything? Was it hard to transition into working on a mega yacht in Thailand after, like, being in a van and stuff like that? It seems a little different.
A little bit, you would think so, but I've been in the yachting industry for a couple of years, and that's what got me into the van life. I finally had enough money in my bank account, more than I thought was actually possible. I'm like, sweet, all right, let's live in a van. Turns out it costs money to live in a van.
Yes, yes, it does.
That's not just
I
great.
ended up having to sell it just to get my plane ticket back to New York, and luckily got in touch with Below Deck people, and it all worked out.
Wow.
Well, you had a rough time in the beginning of Below Deck. We've seen you a lot this season feeling sick, not feeling your best. How'd you kind of pull through that?
That's honestly just like the inner strength almost. It's like being the athlete in me, I guess. You're sick, you don't want to sit on the sidelines, you don't want to miss the big game. And like when you're working on the yacht and it's so hot outside and the work is so demanding, you'd feel like a piece of crap if you couldn't help your teammates out. And like I'm good at my job, I know I am, and I want to be there as much as my crewmates want me there.
I like that. That's a good mentality.
Yeah, I mean,
to
you were
have.
even like, don't even give me the tip at the end because you were sick that whole time.
Yeah, if I'm not a part of it, I don't deserve it. They worked their asses off trying to cover my slack, so absolutely, they earned it. And I'm just appreciative that they gave me some love.
I thought that was
You have to be the first person I say to like not want the tip, right? Like I feel like people are purposely getting sick and get the tip anyway. So I'm very impressed with you. Do you think you'll continue working on these like luxury charters?
I mean, it's one of the best jobs, if not the best job in the world. We're getting paid to go to these beautiful places in the world, and we're living amongst the top 1% of people. It's really interesting seeing how they live, and we get like the little trickle-down effect. We finally get some time off, and we get to explore and have some fun for ourselves.
Is there anything that surprised you about how they live, or something that you thought that they would be a certain way that they aren't?
Not really. You kind of see how small of a bubble that they live in. They forget about like the natural problems everyone else will have and stuff. Everything's done for them. So that's like basically it. But I mean, if they're happy, they're happy.
If only. What I would give.
That's all that matters. All right, let's get into the going on this season of Below Deck. You seem to have a secret, or a rather not so secret admirer. Let's watch.
I'm sad that Tanner's not coming out tonight because he is so hot. Tanner's totally my type. No. I promise you. It was like, I just have to focus about breathing when he's around. It just makes you like, I can't.
Makes you flustered.
Well, in the mid-season trailer, we see you give Simone a little smooch, but at this point in the season, did you know she had such a crush on you?
It was talked about a little bit. Abby was kind of like the inside scoop a little bit. She was inside trail. She whispered it, hinted it a couple of times, but I mean, I never played on it as much as I should have.
Right.
So I thought it was, just a simple crush and everything, but watching the episodes, it's like, damn, all right.
She was
She had some feelings,
Still
yeah.
clinging, okay.
Yeah, well, what can we expect? We saw at the top of the show that you may go below deck, if you will.
Oh, I'm proud of you for that one, Dave.
Absolutely. Things start to heat up a little bit. You think it's hot in Thailand enough, but inside the boat, it gets a little bit hotter.
Interesting. All right. Well, on last week's episode, you guys had to do a charter. With one deckhand down, while Captain Lee looks for a replacement for Abby. Were you shocked that Abby quit?
Not really. I'm really close with Abby. Like, her and I became really good friends. We were always working together and stuff, and we were having the conversations. It was usually always Ash and Brian working with each other, and I'd be working with Abby. So she would tell me if she was unhappy and stuff. She's very transparent. She would say how she was feeling, but she was a whirlwind of emotions. I mean, she's coming out with a text message engagement, which is great for her. If it works out, it works out.
Yes.
Were you surprised
We're happy
by
if you're
that?
happy.
They're married now, right?
Yeah, they're living their happiest life. I'm still friends with Abby right now,
That's awesome.
If it works out, so many people are so judgmental on stuff. It's like, oh, would it work? But we're in the day and age, you ask people out on Tinder and everything.
Yeah.
That'd be a text message. Why not ask someone to marry you?
Right. You can meet people on a video game site now. Why is texting so weird?
Yeah.
We're very pro-love here at Reality Check. We love love. Well, you're going to get your big replacement soon. I think tonight's episode, right?
Yeah, it's a good
let's take a
episode.
look at this preview.
Surprise!
How you doing?
I'm back, bitches. Pleasantly surprised, are you?
I'm not ready for this.
Shut the up. Who the for you.
I'm not gonna allow her to rock the boat with this happy family we have.
Ooh, Riley is back.
She's back, baby.
Now, this is your first time working with her, though Kate and Ashton have worked with her in the past, and they have some experience with her. What was your first impression?
Going back to when Ash tells Brian and I when we have a new deckhand coming on and we find out it's a female deckhand, and he's a little reluctant by it. That immediately sends kind of a red flag because we all know Ash loves pretty much any female.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, nothing against him, it's just the way it is.
No, he's an
but,
equal opportunity
him being so
lover.
reluctant is a huge sign where it's like, all right, trouble's a brewing.
Had you seen her season of Below Deck? Had you watched her on the show?
A couple episodes, yeah. Once I was in the mix of like trying to get on and everything like that, I watched her episodes and I'm like, ooh, that's going to be a little tough.
You were aware.
Do you think she's a good addition to the deck crew?
You know, yeah, of course. She brings it, because I mean, replacing Abby, I'll take Abby's personality and her sense of humor over a lot of things, because I truly believe that out on deck that Brian and Ash and I could crush that boat. So I mean, bringing someone else on that can help us out in any way is always a positive.
He spun that really well,
He
knowing
did.
somebody
He
doesn't like drama.
That's true.
She's only drama.
Smiled. He gets away with the eyes. It's the eyes that that's, yes.
He can do it, for sure.
What can we expect from the rest of the season?
A lot of fireworks.
Ooh.
Yeah, some good stuff goes on. A couple like, might need some boxing gloves here and there.
Ooh.
Little referees in the corner.
Interesting.
But,
Dave, we should have chartered this
We should have chartered it. I would definitely do
Yeah,
it. Would
things
you
heat up.
Would you come back and do the show again?
I would love to.
All right.
Yeah, in a split second. I would love to be asked to do it. And yeah, I mean, going somewhere beautiful and just being there is something so special. I'll
And
do it in a
working with
heartbeat.
Captain Lee is
Oh,
like
God.
a dream.
Yeah, absolutely. He's the stud of the sea. You know?
He's the stud of the sea, although I feel like you're going to take that title soon enough.
You
Soon
snatch it from
enough.
him.
Tanner, thank you so much for chatting with us. Watch Below Deck tonight and every Monday night at 9, 8 Central on Bravo. Don't go anywhere. Up next, we're chatting with a true connoisseur of chocolate and all things sweet, Jacques Torres.
Jacques, are you excited about today?
I cannot wait. No bar hamburgers. Thank you.
We got it.
Hamburg.
No
Pardon.
bar hamburgers. No bad hamburgers. Thank you.
Welcome back. Joining us via Skype is renowned chocolatier, award-winning pastry chef, and expert judge of Nailed It and Nailed It Holiday, Jacques Torres. How are you, Jacques?
Bonjour. Happy to be here.
Can you say bah humbug for me now?
Bah humbug. I trained, I became good at it. I love it.
You've nailed bah humbug. I will say you've nailed it. You've now done 3 seasons of Nailed It, and the second season of Nailed It Holiday just dropped on Netflix on November 22nd. What is your favorite part on working on the show? It seems so fun.
Okay, my favorite part is actually to talk to the viewer and understand that kids love the show. The whole family look at the show together, and then kids love to go in the kitchen and try things because they are thinking, I cannot do worse than those people. So I'm going to go in the kitchen and I'm going to bake with mom or dad, and I'm going to make cakes or whatever I'm going to make. And I love that family together will do things at home, and the show is doing that. The show starts that.
Amen to that. You know, you're a household name. You're a James Beard award-winning pastry chef. Did you ever imagine you'd be judging a show like this one?
No way. No, that was, I have to say that when I went the first season, I did not know exactly what's going to happen. Working with Nicole was actually interesting and then fun, and now I just love Nicole. We are maybe the most unexpected people to work together. We are so different. We come from completely different world, but for some reason it's working. Nicole is, I love her. She's smart. She's a great host. She's funny, stand-up comedian. She's full of jokes. I just love to work with her.
Well, I have to ask about Wes. Like, how did he become such a key component of the show? Does Nicole really have a crush on him?
Maybe, yes, maybe. I think that's the right definition. I mean, Wes is a very good-looking guy. He's fun. He's actually the gentleman on the floor. He's the floor manager, and he's the one who directs everyone. And He has those long hair, you know, he's, again, a good-looking guy. And then Nicole, one day start to call Wes for a lot of different things. And Wes became a thing. And Wes became part of the show now.
I love it. He's such a good character. You know, like I said, you're a household name. You're a serious pastry chef. When you were first approached about this show, I mean, how did they even pitch it to you?
They actually told me, okay, first I have to tell you that I do not like competition show. Too much drama, too fake. I just never want to judge something like that. So when they told me that Nailed It will be no drama, Nailed It will be fun, nobody will cry, I was interested with that. So I try it, and I love it. I just love it because, again, everybody is happy, no drama, someone go home with $10,000, and then the message behind the show is great. It's okay to fail, it's okay to do something that's not perfect, have fun in the kitchen, cook with your family. That whole thing makes me really happy.
I agree. I mean, one thing I've learned is that you can make something that looks kind of horrendous, but it can taste amazing, and I guess that's sort of the point, right? I mean, that matters.
Those cake doesn't taste amazing all the time. I think the time that we give them is a little bit too short to do very good cakes. But my guess is if you do something at home, follow direction, you will do something decent. It's not always going to look great, but it will be something edible.
Well, you're a generally positive person, and you genuinely try to help these amateur bakers. Here's a clip from the first episode of season 2.
Your buttercream is completely separated. That means the milk and the butter, the fat didn't mix together. When something like that happens, you need heat.
I thought it needed to be cooled in order to go into the buttercream, so I put in ice to cool it down.
That's what's happened.
Wow.
The infamous buttercream. You saw Justin mess up when he was attempting this. Do you ever get frustrated when you see these contestants mess up and you just can't jump in to help them?
I have to say that the frustration is actually that I cannot go and tell them, okay, wait a minute, do it like that, and like that, add that, and then bingo, you're going to have a nice buttercream. But I'm not allowed to do that. So we let them fail, and then we talk about it.
Well, that's definitely the point of it. What is the most typical baking faux pas the contestants make on Nailed It?
Most of the time, they go too slow at the beginning of the show. They look at the camera. They all want to be stars. They all want to talk to camera and be fun and be part of the show. And they forget that they have something to do. And time goes so fast. And then by the end, they just scramble to put things together. And that's when things become very funny.
It is truly some of the hardest I've ever laughed. What's been the craziest mistake you've ever seen a contestant do? I know there's a lot, but what's the craziest?
You know what? Something that happened in the kitchen, someone mistake salt for sugar. So with Nicole, when we start tasting that, we just put the spoon in our mouth and we look at each other and we spit everything back because that was so bad. I mean, I can tell you a lot of them. We find eggshell into the buttercream. Those cakes are not baked and they collapse, and we eat raw egg. I mean, it's constant. It's a lot of different mistakes. And my guess is take your time, find a bottle of wine, and have it in the kitchen. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's only a cake.
Have you ever gotten sick because something wasn't cooked appropriately, or has any guest judge ever gotten sick?
No, fortunately not. Fortunately not. I mean, it's pretty rare, you know, to get sick with raw egg. They have to have salmonella. They have to have something pretty bad, and that's pretty rare. So far, good. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Well, clearly you're the expert on the set, but which guest judge would you trust in the kitchen?
It's a lot of them. I mean, oh my God, it's so many good professional, you know, in US. So I don't know. I don't know. Any well-known chef will certainly be good to judge with me or be a guest judge. And I mean, Nicole is great now. Nicole learned a lot, and I'm so proud of that.
She has learned a lot over the seasons. I wanted to check in actually with our question of the day.
Okay.
So we asked our followers on Twitter how they would fare on Nailed It, and 44% say they'd fail horribly. So do you think the general American public are culinarily challenged, or do you think your Nailed It contestants are special exceptions?
I think that it's almost impossible to nail it in the time that we give them. So my guess is contestants have to focus on something maybe a little bit more simple. Don't waste any time. Be careful to give a good cake, so a cake that's baked, a buttercream that's very decent, or whatever filling we ask them. And remember, time flies. So make it simple, make it good, and don't try to do it too extravagant. You know what? I judged one episode of Nailed It France. It was the same. So it's not just American. There is a Nailed It in Germany, in Spain, in Mexico. Everybody failed.
We're all bad chefs around the world. You know, it's actually the season of baking. So I have to ask a professional, what is something you like to make for your family for the holiday season?
I usually do simple things. I will not do a cake, and I will not do a decorated cake. I will do maybe a pie. I will do maybe a tart. I will work with fresh fruits. I will work with nuts. I will stay relatively simple, except if it's like my son's birthday and he's a little bit over 3 years old, and I did a cake with a 8 who represent a race car road, and I put a car on it. So that I will do it a little bit more sophisticated and complicated. But Thanksgiving, as an example, I will do something pretty simple.
I want an invite to your Thanksgiving. Jacques, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here, and a happy holiday.
You as well. Make sure you watch Nailed It and Nailed It Holiday on Netflix. Stay tuned for a daily moment in reality TV history. Well, that's it for today. Big thanks to Marlo, Tanner, and Jacques Torres for joining us today. Make sure you're following @People on Twitter so you can catch the latest episode of Reality Check, which streams Monday through Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. To wrap out our show, here's a moment from Batch Nation history. I'm Darren Karp, and that was your Reality Check.
Over the last few weeks, I haven't been able to stop thinking about Molly.
Are you going to end this tonight?
I have to.
In this 2009 After the Final Rose episode of The Bachelor, Jason Mesnick has a shocking change of heart.
You put a ring on Melissa's finger, but you don't want to fight to see if it can work. You're such a bastard. Don't call me. And don't text me anymore.
After proposing to Melissa in the final episode, turns out he's really with Molly.
Melissa was out here earlier, and I ended things with her because I haven't been able to stop thinking about you.
This is something I dreamt of, but never expected to hear.
Mesnick's stunning reversal is one of the great moments in reality history. And if you're curious what happened to Jason and Molly, the couple married in 2010.
You know, I came here for one reason. I came here to find somebody to spend the rest of my life with, without a doubt. You are that right person.